right, we're going to go over the bell work with Miss Sims' homeroom. Our first problem says solve using this less than, greater than, or equal sign. What is another name for the greater than, less than, or equal sign? It's called an remember? Inequality? Y'all remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, last year. All right, y'all say it. Inequality. So these are called inequalities. You've seen that on a couple of your assignments where it says solve the inequality. That's the greater than, less than, or equal sign. All right, so you have 5,000 plus 30 plus 5 is either greater than, less than, or equal to 5,305. Now, this number right here is written in what kind of form? Expanded form. And we have to write it, we have to take it back to standard form in order to compare these numbers. We can't compare it if it's in expanded form. So how do you change a number from expanded form to standard form? Marina, what do you do?
Write your blanks and fill in the numbers.
All right, how many blanks does this need?
4.
4, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. So I'm going to draw 4 blanks. And the 5 right here is in what place, class?
5.
Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. This 3's in the
10.
ones, tens, and this 5's in the
Ones.
Okay, do I need to do anything about this?
Yes.
What? I can't just smash the numbers together?
Zero.
I have to do what?
Zero.
Does it really matter if I put a zero?
Yes.
Absolutely it matters. So then you have, let's read this number together.
5,035.
Okay, it's 5,035. Somebody raise their hand. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to 5,305? This is kind of tricky, George. It is less than. So we draw the less than symbol because they both share the same 5, but in the hundreds place, this one has a 0 and this has a 3. So of course the 0 is less than the 3. All right. The next problem says use an area model to solve 185 divided by 5. The 185 here is called the what? Dividend. And the 5 is the divisor, and the answer is the quotient. That's right. Okay, so when I'm doing an area model, what is my first step that I need to do? What do I need to do, Maddox? Draw your rectangle. And what do I do with this rectangle? What do I have to do first? David?
Put the 5 on the...
That's right. I'm going to find that smallest number, the 5, and I'm going to put it on the side. Now, I know that this side is 5, but the top part, I don't know what that is yet. But I do know that the area of this rectangle must be what, class?
185.
185. This has to equal 185. So I have to figure out what equals 185 when I multiply 5 by. So how many 5s are in 185? 5 times what is 185? Do you know that fact right off the top of your head?
No.
No, we don't know that fact. That's not a fact that we memorize. But what we can do is we can break it down, divide it up, and try to figure out how many 5s are in 185. So I can pick any type number at the top here, but we like to work in multiples of 10. 10, okay? So we have 185 that we have to get to. We're going to work in multiples of 10. So what number did you choose, Talis?
30.
All right, 30. Because 5 times 30 equals what? 150. Is 150 less than 185? Yes. So 30 is a good number to choose here. 30 times 5 is 150. All right, and I'm going to do what now? I have to have my what kind of? Yes, I have to have a subtraction total going down. So I have 185 minus 150. So we just knocked out 150 of our goal. We have to get to 185. 5 minus 0 is 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. So we have 35 left. How many fives are in 35, Sherry? 7. 7 times 5 is 35. So we just got rid of all 185. We hit our goal. But now, how do I find the answer? Because the answer isn't this. The answer isn't the 150 or the 35. Somebody raise their hand and tell me, how do you find your answer, Lindsay? You add the top numbers. 30 plus 7, which equals what, class? 37. Now, if I wanted to check this, somebody raise their hand and tell me, how do I check it?
What you do, you multiply 37 times 5.
37 times 5. And I'm going to do it partial product way. 5 times 7 is
35.
And then it's 5 times 30. That's not just a 3. That's a 30. 150. And we got 185. 185. So we are correct. Good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to clear the page. We're going to do this one right here. 1,230 divided by 6. 1,230 is called the dividend. It's the number we're breaking apart. 6 is the divisor. It's the number that's being divided by. And then the answer is going to be quotient. So I'm going to do partial products. The first step in partial products is to do what, Joshua?
Partial products is like where you're going down.
I'm sorry, area model. I said partial product.
You make a box.
You make the box, and we find the what number?
The smallest number.
The smallest number. Put it on the side. Now, what is the area that we have to get to?
1,230.
1,230. We have to get to 1,230. We know area is length times width, but we don't know what the length is. 1,230. So, how many 6s are in 1,230? 6 times what is 1,230? You know that fact? No, we don't know that fact right off the top of our head. But we can break it up and figure out how many 6s are in 1,230. So, here, because 1,230 is so large, we don't want to just work in multiples of 10. We want to work in multiples of 100. That would be much faster because we want to knock out as much of this as we can. And we can do multiples of 10, but we're going to work smarter, not harder. That's right. We're going to work smarter, not harder. All right, so what did you put up here, Dedrick? 200, because 6 times 200 equals 1,200. That's a good number to choose because you're going to knock out a ton of 1,230.
And I got 30.
So what do you back this up? Okay, so let's do 200. 200 times 6 is 1,200. 1,200. I'm going to do my subtraction total. It's important that we have that running total. Because if we don't have that running total, we don't know where we are. So we have 30 left of our goal of 1,230. How many 6s are in 30? Thank you for raising your hand, Kodasia. 5. So 5 times 6 is 30. Subtract it. Got to 0. So I knocked out all of my goal, 1,230. Now, how do I find my answer? Aaron?
You add up the
All right, which is 200 plus 5, which is what, class? 205. And you solved it.